Hello there, everyone. I just wanted to reach out to you and give you a little exercise that I've found that can be really important for people as they're moving through their personal development work. My name is Norma Strange. I'm the author of Life, Let It Flow Effortlessly, and I'm also a speaker and trainer in the direct sales, network marketing, leadership realm. I've been an entrepreneur for many years, started my first business when I was 30, and was able to leave the corporate world early on and triple our income and things like that. So I've had lots of business experience. I've worked with lots of different people from different walks of life. And one of the things that I've realized in helping people with transformational leadership, that's kind of an area that I enjoy. I love watching light bulbs come on as people figure out that they are incredible and that it's time for them to start living their life that way. It's just an incredible process to be a part of. So I was talking today to a group of people that were doing a book group mentoring session with me. I'm facilitating it weekly. If you're interested in that, I can certainly talk to you about doing that or give you a private mentoring session if you'd like. If you're reading the book, you can get it on Amazon. But I do love to be able to work with people because it's nice to be able to anchor their accomplishments. And so this transformation is, it leaves you forever changed in a positive way, restoring you just really how you were created. Imagine if you could have effortless life and have things flowing easily to you because you were focused on your character strengths and your gifts and talents versus trying to just be like everybody else. So one of the things that I love to do is to encourage people to be their own uniqueness. Marsha Petrie-Sue was a mentor of mine, is still a mentor of mine, and she was the one that shared with me that acronym is YOU, is your own uniqueness. It shows up in your thumbprint. No one else has ever had that thumbprint. No one else ever will. And so it's very important for us to be able to anchor that in. And here's one of the exercises that I shared with some of the people who've been through my workshops or people that are going through this book work now. It's called the Permission Diploma. And so here's how it works. You get a piece of paper. I'm going to talk you through it first, and then I'll show you. Because what I'd like you to do is just follow the instructions, make your own. You can pause the video, go get your materials, create it, and then I'll show you what mine is, and then you can, of course, see on this Facebook group, there's a number of people who've posted theirs as well. So I encourage you that as you go through this work, make your own and then take a selfie with yours so you can anchor in the permanence of the fact that you have graduated yourself in your personal development work and you're ready now for more of what your unlimited incredibleness was created to be. So this Permission Diploma is a way of making a piece of paper, and how it came about was I was a graphic designer. I was trained as a commercial artist, and I worked in the marketing departments on my first different corporate careers of different jobs that I had. So I was always absorbing marketing. I was reading about business and leadership and marketing and things like that. So I was self-studying this all the time and infused inside of marketing. I went out on my own full-time in '96 and created my own branding and marketing firm, but I realized that one of the things that happened at that point was I didn't have a piece of paper that gave me permission to be able to say I was skilled or trained in marketing. It was crazy. I'd been working in that industry for a long time, but it was something about that piece of paper that gave me permission. I had a piece of paper that gave me permission to be a graphic designer and to create brands and artwork, but I didn't have a piece of paper that gave me permission to say that I could be your marketing strategist or work with a marketing plan or help you create a business plan, even though I did all those things too. So it was kind of crazy, but I realized the energy was there and my subconscious was sabotaging me because I didn't have the piece of paper. So, as any artist, I just decided to play with that, and I decided that I was going to create my own diploma, and helping people work through this in my seminars, it really was powerful. There's times where I've had people create their own report card, and there's times where I've had people create their own diploma. But here's the Permission Diploma. So, any kind of document like that is usually a horizontal format because it gets framed, right? So get a piece of paper. There's been times where you'll see, it doesn't matter what kind of paper, it can have lines on it or not, but you can make it as pretty as you want since you're preparing for this. but make it in that landscape format, where it's wider than it is tall. Most of those documents, they have a border on them, like some kind of fancy border on the edge, maybe some lace or things like that. They have that kind of sculpted edge on it. Some of them are on parchment paper, different things like that. You can get as creative as you like here, because this is all about you. This is all about giving yourself, your subconscious, the ability to validate yourself. And so there's people that like to use markers. You could use a crayon. I've used a ballpoint pen or a Sharpie. It really doesn't matter what you have. You could use a pencil. It's just some writing instrument. And if you'll make a frame in there just to be able to kind of make it look official, again, having it horizontal makes it sort of fit that diploma size. And then having that sculpted edge on it, and you can even cut the edges if you want to make them a little bit different, like that kind of thing. You can certainly add to it as you wish. And then there's going to be usually some sort of official kind of stamp. It's a foil thing. It usually has maybe like a little ribbon underneath it or something like that. And that's an important thing. It makes it look really official. It has a jagged edge circle and that kind of thing. You put that in one of the corners. That's typically kind of stamped onto it, some official seal. And then the other elements that are on there is there's going to be some sort of validation signatures. Usually there's 2 of them. It could just be 1, that's okay, but you could put them in the right-hand corner. It's typically American to put things in the bottom right-hand side, and so there could be these 2 lines there that you offer that there's going to need to be signatures put in there. One of them can be your signature, one of them can be, your higher power, your God, and that kind of thing. You could write that in there. You could just have 1 signature. It doesn't matter. It's up to you how you want to make it look official. And then in the center portion of it, there's some statements and things. You might want to put the date up in the right-hand side of it. It might be something that would be helpful for you to kind of remember when you did this exercise. It's not so much about the diploma itself, but it does help you to kind of go back and look at it. And that's one of the things that I noticed here on this one is that, I did this one in 2017, but it's still just as powerful today as it was then. And the story of doing these workshops back in 2008 and 9 and 10, actually it was 2008 and 9 that I did these transformational workshops, and then the power of them still blows me away today. And that's some of the material that was put into this book, the Life, Let It Flow Effortlessly book. So the text can be a lot of different things, and this is something that if you need help, you can message me. You can just go through the m.me/mentor with Norma, and that'll go right to my messaging in Facebook. You should get a message thing. You pop up in there and say, hey, I need some help facilitating this permission diploma. So m.me, mentor, mentor, with WITH, Norma, NORMA. And so that'll go right to my message. If you need some help, I'd be happy to facilitate it, because when I facilitate it, you're creating and discovering things, and it kind of pulls out some great words from you. But I'm going to give you just a basic kind of format here. The key is all we're going to write in this text is permission to be who you are powerfully. That's it. You can certainly add more descriptions and things to it, but I have in mind the text is this certificate of achievement, because I'm an achiever. I wanted to hear that I was certified to have this achievement completed. So mine says this certificate of achievement certifies that, and then I have a big area there where you put a line there. You could even do this on the computer if you wanted to in a fancy scripty font. How your name is normally presented as a legal document or some kind of educational accomplishment or something like that. When you get an award, it's sort of written out in a certain fancy way. So that's going to be really big across that center part. So the small text above that is what I have. This certificate of achievement certifies that, and then I had my line there, Norma S, my S is my middle initial, Strange, and so I had that written in there in sort of a bigger kind of text. And then underneath that, the qualifying or finishing text is, is qualified to receive God's abundance and manifestation now. For me, it was about languaging of just really showing up and doing what it was God was doing with me. and being able to really not block that, so that I could receive that abundance and be able to have every manifestation that was coming just instantly, and have it now. And so that was important for me to put that in there. You could write anything you wanted to in this, but again, the key part is certification, giving yourself permission, validation. You could list out all of your strengths and skills that we've done since then. There's a lot of things that we could add to this, but it works really well because it's your handwriting, it's your subconscious, it's a horizontal format there that looks like a diploma. And so here's what I'll show you is that this one's mine right here. It's probably gonna, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see all that there, but basically, you know, it's got the official symbol. I've got two signatures because I really played with mine being, you know, that I wanted God and myself there validating what I was talking about. I put some hearts. I love hearts and smiley faces and things on there. It's done on a piece of paper that was ripped out of one of my essential oil notebooks. So again, and I just put on here the date. It was back in April when I was on spring break in 2017 with my daughter in high school and her friends. So it was really cool because, you know, the frame doesn't have to be anything. It just is what it is. I mean, I didn't even bother taking the ragged edges off of it. But what's very interesting about this is that, you know, as you create it and you read it with your own language to yourself, like, you know, you make a recording like this, or if you want to do a live on the Facebook page, then click live and actually show us instead of a selfie, do a live on there. That'd be awesome. But when you say this to yourself, this certificate of achievement certifies that Norma S. Strange is qualified to receive God's abundance and manifestation now. There's nothing more healing than you hearing your own name, you validating yourself, you helping to be your own best friend, you moving through this personal development work to anchor down what is important for you, to be able to have permission to be everything that God created you to be, or if you're not spiritual, then everything that you are up to with your skills and talents, or if you're looking to achieve something in a job, you can focus it on those job requirements and what you're looking to be, not what you wish or want to be, but what you already have right now, so that that will show up and that'll be what you actually manifest. Because the more we can be the energy right now, then we can do the things that are of that platform of vibration, and then we will have those achievements in our life very quickly. And that's why, again, declaring it as now was something important for me there. You don't have to put that, but that actually was helpful, you know, in any kind of languaging, you know, having that be so now is important. So that was the exercise. And then what's nice is because I do actually have access to fragrances, essential oils, things like that, that can actually bring the chemistry of your body into alignment with your words. You're speaking yourself into existence, and then also you can create an actual scent that works alongside to reinforce it. So for those of you that have access to this, what we created with my friend Janet Marquez is a recipe, and it basically was 12 drops of wild orange, and these are the doTERRA essential oils. If you don't have those or you need some help with this, again, you can message me. If you need to go and get some, you can certainly go and purchase them on naturalsolutionsfirst.com. That's natural solutions plural first.com. If you need help and you don't want to pay retail for it, then we can certainly help you get the wholesale price, but just reach out to me. So 12 drops of wild orange, 5 drops of cypress, 1 drop of arbor vitae, and 3 drops of marjoram. So what these oils did is, the wild orange is the oil of abundance, helps you to create and you know, manifest, imagine, see hopeful things. It's an uplifting oil, so that's what that's doing. Cypress is helping to move and get things flowing. Arbor vitae is the oil of grace and grounding, so it's helping to bring in a divine blessing on you and help you to be grounded like a big tree, because that comes from a tree. And then marjoram is great for the heart, to relax that muscle, to allow your heart to be softened, not hardened by the world, and open and softened the way God created it to be able to relax into everything is perfect the way that you've been created, and then you can manifest things. We were putting this on, applying it on the inside of our feet, anywhere that you feel any pain. We are also, just being able to understand having an affirmation with this. I restore relationships to love unconditionally. And then one of the cool things about this is teaching this to another person. Like, as I learn, I teach. And so that was one of the things that was really identified as a key component of how I've been successful. When I was talking to Janet about this, is that so teaching as I learn and learning as I teach. If you can be that kind of, provider of information, gathering and then learning and teaching others, teaching as I learn and learning as I teach, that would be an interesting thing. But all of these things are working in the quantum physics world. They're working to unlock your subconscious potential. You're already capable of more than you expect. And one of the things that I love that we were able to keep on the back cover here, this is the book that I've written that's been published here, Life, Let It Flow Effortlessly, How Being Genuine Creates Real Value. And then on the back cover here we have, You're Not Average. You are incredible. It's time to start living that way. And that's what this conversation is all about. Not about me talking to you, which I'm happy to do, but about you mentoring you through this. So this permission diploma is just an interesting thing that kind of got revived today as we were talking about it. It's something that I really enjoy having. Got a little Facebook group here that you can be a part of, and like I said, take a selfie, do a live video, tell us what's happening. But remember these words: you are not average, you're incredible, and it's time to start living that way. So let me know how you're feeling and what's happening for you. I'd love to entertain a discussion. This is important work because you matter. And so thank you for taking the time today to be able to watch this and post your diplomas here.